A seemingly straightforward breakfast option, muesli has been hailed as a superfood for its capacity to improve digestion, stabilize blood sugar, decrease cholesterol, and help control weight. Did you know, though? Due to a few little errors, more than 80% of people who eat muesli every day are unwittingly undermining all of these advantages. Every day, a well-prepared bowl of muesli can keep you feeling young and healthy. But a poorly prepared bowl of muesli can cause low-grade inflammation, encourage fat storage, and subtly raise blood sugar levels, all of which can harm your heart, brain, and body without you realizing it. Which group are you a member of then? The 10 most frequent mistakes people make when eating muesli will be revealed in this video, along with information on how to prepare it, what ingredients to use, and how to combine toppings. More significantly, though, I'll walk you through easy fixes so muesli may finally become the delicious breakfast it was intended. To make sure to hit subscribe if you're new to my channel so you don't miss out on useful, doable nutrition advice. Additionally, don't forget to leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. Let's quickly review why muesli is frequently referred to as a secret weapon for health before getting into the pitfalls to avoid. It is abundant in vital nutrients to start. Zinc, which boosts immunity. Iron, which transports oxygen. Magnesium, which supports nerves and muscles. And B vitamins, which nourish skin and hair while sustaining energy levels, are all found in a tiny serving of muesli. In contrast to its remarkable nutritional value, muesli has a remarkably low calorie content. Next, oatmeal's beta-glucan fiber is an effective tool. This kind of fiber helps to stabilize blood sugar, decrease bad cholesterol and LDL, enhance blood pressure, and support a healthy gut microbiota by forming a gel-like substance in the gut. For this reason, muesli can improve digestion, reduce diabetes, and protect the heart all at once. Additionally, muesli contains a lot of antioxidants, including avonithramides, a rare class of antioxidants that help lower inflammation, increase blood flow, and shield cells from damage caused by free radicals. These actions slow down the body's natural aging process in addition to helping avoid diseases. Muesli also helps with weight management. Muesli helps control cravings and decrease excessive snacking since it stabilizes blood sugar, gives you constant energy, and keeps you fuller for longer. To put it briefly, a well-prepared bowl of muesli can set the stage for metabolic balance, digestive health, cardiovascular health, and even internal beauty. However, because muesli is so important, even minor errors in its preparation or consumption might subtly ruin all of your hard work. What are the 10 most typical errors, and how can you steer clear of them? Now let's move on to the next section. First mistake, adding too much sugar to your muesli is not recommended. Muesli is a very healthy option by nature, but if you add too much sugar, syrup, or artificial sweeteners, it can become a real sugar bomb. Many people believe that since it's only a small sprinkling, there is no potential harm. However, the reality is that this little practice can cause your blood sugar load to increase during breakfast, causing a sharp drop in blood sugar levels that causes exhaustion, sluggishness, and cravings all day long. Regularly ingesting too much sugar also raises the chance of insulin resistance, unchecked weight gain, and eventually builds the foundation for type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and other metabolic diseases. One less well-known risk is that eating a high-sugar breakfast over time weakens your immune system and inflammatory response by causing your body to become accustomed to abnormal glucose levels. So, how can you make muesli tasty and nutritious without adding sugar or syrup? It's a really easy response. Give fresh fruits, such as ripe bananas, apples, or berries, priority for their inherent sweetness. Without using more sugar, use natural vanilla or cinnamon to improve flavor. Error 2. Using pre-flavored instant oatmeal is easy, but unhealthy. Many people choose to save time by using instant oatmeal packets that include flavors like chocolate, apple cinnamon, or sweet strawberry. Few people are aware, though, that this convenience comes at a silent cost to their health. The sugar content of these pre-flavored muesli packets is frequently rather high. A single tiny portion contains 15 to 20 grams of sugar, or 4 to 5 teaspoons. Furthermore, they typically contain sodium, hydrogenated oils, artificial flavors, and preservatives, all of which are harmful to blood sugar stability and heart health. What appears to be a nutritious breakfast becomes a secret sugar feast. The effects slowly deteriorate your health, but they don't show up right away. Erratic blood sugar fluctuations, sharp energy spikes, early hunger, and eventually a higher risk of diabetes, heart disease, and chronic inflammation. Unfortunately, a lot of people are still ignorant, since producers deftly employ deceptive labels like natural or heart-healthy flavors. Simplicity is the greatest place to start if you want to fully utilize oatmeal's nutritious potential. Select unflavored plain oats, like steel-cut or rolled oats. Next, add natural ingredients to your muesli, such as bananas, strawberries, cinnamon, pure vanilla extract, or, if you like a little sweetness, a drizzle of raw honey. Error 3. Eating muesli without adding protein. Ignoring protein and concentrating exclusively on carbohydrates and fiber is one of the most common mistakes people make while eating muesli. Despite being high in nutrients, muesli is deficient in protein, which is essential for maintaining muscle mass, controlling blood sugar, and encouraging fullness. Eating a bowl of muesli with only water or plant-based milk will induce cravings for snacks, make you feel hungry again, and worse, cause blood sugar to surge and fall. This explains why many people feel lethargic, gain weight easily, or gradually lose muscle mass over time, even after making a concerted effort to eat healthily. It's like constructing a house without a frame when you eat muesli without protein. On the outside, it may appear strong, but on the inside, it is fragile and unstable. This can be fixed by simply adding a high-quality protein source to your muesli. A boiled egg on the side, some sliced almonds, a teaspoon of chia seeds, or adding Greek yogurt are all wise additions. In this manner, your breakfast will not only taste better, but also keep you feeling full and energized until lunch, which will help you maintain your muscle mass and control your weight as you age. Error 4. Consuming too much muesli in one sitting muesli is unquestionably healthy. However, if overindulged, even the healthiest foods can have negative effects. A lot of people make this error. They think they're eating a very healthy breakfast, so they pack their bowl with muesli and top it with peanut butter, almonds, and honey. In actuality, one dish might have as many calories as the fast food they're avoiding. It's not only the extra calories that are the issue. Overconsumption of muesli, which is already high in fiber, can cause indigestion, bloating, and even impair the absorption of vital minerals like zinc and iron. The groggy feeling after breakfast might last all morning, especially for people with delicate stomachs. It's a fairly easy answer. Don't overeat. For a well-balanced meal, half a cup of dry oats, around 40 to 50 grains, should be added before cooking. When paired with fresh fruit, a few almonds, or some yogurt, the cooked oats will double in volume and provide a filling, healthy meal that won't put too much strain on your digestive system. Consuming the proper quantity of food not only keeps your body feeling lighter, but also guarantees long-term health advantages. Error 5. Not soaking oats. Before eating, soaking oats before cooking is a tiny practice that has a major impact on your health. However, a lot of people omit this step because they believe that since the oats are already clean, cooking them directly is acceptable. In actuality, oats may absorb fewer essential elements if they are not soaked. Phytic acid, a naturally occurring substance found in oats, has the ability to prevent the body from absorbing calcium, zinc, and iron. Even though your meals appear to be totally nutritious, You may eventually get mineral deficiencies if you consistently eat oats without taking care of your phytic acid. It's easier than you might think to soak oats. Simply soak the oats in water, or plant-based milk 6 to 8 hours before eating, and then store them in the refrigerator overnight. This process helps your body absorb more nutrients, breaks down some of the phytic acid, and softens the oats. Soaked oats also digest more easily, which lowers the possibility of discomfort and bloating. Develop the practice of making overnight oats the night before if you want to save time in the morning. Making this minor adjustment will greatly increase the nutritional content of each bowl of muesli you consume. Error 6. Eating oats that aren't quite done. Many people believe that oats are ready to eat when they start to soften a little. But if the oats aren't cooked through, you may be making your digestive system work more than it needs to. Beta-glucan, a unique form of fiber found in oats, is very good for blood sugar regulation and heart health. However, this fiber is more difficult to digest when oats are undercooked, which frequently results in bloating, discomfort, or even gas. Additionally, the hard, chewy texture of raw or barely cooked oats hinders your body's absorption of vital elements like zinc, magnesium, and iron. In addition to enabling you to take full advantage of the vitamins and minerals in a bowl of muesli, a properly cooked bowl with a naturally smooth and soft texture also promotes easy digestion and intestinal stability. This can be achieved by cooking oats with enough water and letting them simmer slowly for a few minutes until they become soft and porridge-like. A little gratuity? If using a microwave, make sure the oats cook evenly without drying out or becoming too sticky by adding a little additional water and stirring in between cooking times. Error 7. Overcooking muesli. In contrast to undercooking, some people cook muesli for too long, which results in a sticky, mushy mass that loses its inherent flavor. This lowers the oats' nutritional content, in addition to degrading the eating experience. Overcooking muesli destroys its delightfully creamy texture, which is one of its best features. Oats that are too mushy digest considerably more quickly, which lessens the sensation of fullness. Because of this, you might experience hunger again soon after eating, which could result in needless snacking or consuming more calories. Furthermore, some of the oats' inherent elements, especially the heat-sensitive B vitamins, may be destroyed by extended cooking at high temperatures. The answer is straightforward. Be mindful of the cooking time. Cook the oats until they are soft and tender, but still have a creamy, light feel. Instead of overcooking steel-cut or rolled oats, go for quick oats if you like your muesli smoother. Recall that the best muesli is not a lifeless, sticky paste that is difficult to enjoy, but rather still has some texture and life in each spoonful. Error 8. Using the wrong liquid to cook muesli. The protein in milk reacts with the starch in oats to produce a thick, sticky substance that is less appetizing to consume. This is contrary to the common belief that adding milk at the beginnings will make the oats creamier. Oats lose their naturally light and creamy quality when cooked straight with milk, becoming excessively sticky. Furthermore, some nutrients in the milk and the oats may be degraded by the high heat while cooking, reducing the meal's overall nutritional value. Oats should be cooked with filtered water first to get a rich, smooth texture without making the muesli too thick or mushy. Slowly whisk in milk or plant-based substitutes like almond milk or oat milk after the oats are soft and cooked through. This method produces a more delicious and pleasurable bowl of muesli while maintaining the entire nutritious benefits. Error 9. Many people think that muesli is a healthy diet and that the less seasoning, the better. Even to the extent of cooking it without salt, the better. In actuality, regardless of how many toppings you add later, this assumption results in bland muesli that lacks depth of flavor. A little salt can make all the difference in the experience. In addition to enhancing the oats' inherent sweetness, Salt also helps the flavors of toppings like fruit, almonds, or honey mix together to create a more cohesive whole. More significantly, when salt is added at the beginning of cooking, it dissolves uniformly in the water and penetrates every grain of oats, as opposed to simply remaining on the surface as it would if it were added at the end. By doing this, you can ensure that your muesli has a naturally rich flavor without having to add additional sugar or artificial flavorings, while also controlling the quantity of salt used. Error 10. Depending only on muesli for your diet. Muesli is a great food, full of fiber, minerals, and vitamins. However, you're making a grave error if you believe that eating muesli every day is sufficient to maintain your physical well-being. Despite being rich in nutrients, oats are deficient in some vital elements that your body needs, including omega-3 fatty acids, high-quality protein, healthy fats, and important vitamins like B12 and highly absorbable iron from animal sources. You may eventually experience nutritional deficiencies if you only eat a bowl of muesli every day without adding any other foods. This could result in diminished energy, memory problems, weaker immunity, and a slower rate of muscle repair. It's a fairly easy answer. Serve your oats with other foods that are high in nutrients. A boiled egg or Greek yogurt for protein, a handful of nuts for healthy fats, or just some fresh fruit to increase your vitamin and antioxidant intake. To make sure your body is properly supplied, make sure the other meals you eat during the day are varied and consist of vegetables, lean meats, lentils, and fatty fish. One of the healthiest ways to start the day is with muesli. However, as you've seen, a few minor errors can eliminate the priceless advantages it provides. Your health is affected in subtle ways that few people are aware of, such as by adding too much sugar, selecting the incorrect kind of oats, omitting protein, or preparing food incorrectly. Don't worry though. You can easily transform your morning bowl of muesli into a real weapon for heart health, blood sugar stability, weight management, and long-term overall wellness with just a few easy changes. Prioritize plain oats, add a source of protein, pay attention to cooking methods, and vary your accompanying foods. Cool, sustainable health comes from how you choose to eat, not from relying on just one meal. Develop and uphold healthy routines on a daily basis. After watching this movie, I hope you have some fresh ideas on how to improve your favorite breakfast. Please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe if you found today's article useful. This will ensure that you don't miss any future evidence-based nutrition content. And share your thoughts in the comments. What modifications will you make to your oatmeal eating routine now that you are aware of these typical errors? I'll see you in the upcoming videos.